Oh. 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 This year, on Sankranti, January 14th, we commenced Bhagavad Gita's chapter 5. This morning, we complete 90 mornings of Bhagavad Gita. And it's important to note 90 straight mornings, a practice in steadiness. And we are nearing the completion of chapter 6 and nearing the completion of 1/3 of the subject of Bhagavad Gita. We will continue in this semester for 30 more mornings, 1 more month, and then we will take a pause until June. Our present study will lead us to the middle of chapter 7, a new focus of Bhagavad Gita. At the end of the Ramayana, a question is posed. What is the greatest form? What is the greatest being? And the answer that is given is a human. For only humans can rediscover that they are God. At the end of Bhagavatam, a question is posed. What is the greatest good? What is the best that a human can do? And the answer shared is to do all for Bhagwan or divinity. I want you to reflect on your relationship with Sri Krishna, with Bhagavad Gita, with Dhyana Yoga. Reflect on your past. Reflect on meaningful mornings. In my reflections, this is for Vivek, not for you. I've never had a closer relationship with Sri Krishna than I do now. I've never understood Bhagavad Gita than I do now. I've never been uplifted by contemplation than I am now. I was looking at all of you and what we've been doing for 43 mornings. Over the past 43 mornings, just on contemplation, 6,988 seekers have been part of this effort towards contemplation. Our community has contemplated, and here I'm only calculating 15 minutes, not this conversation, not concentration, for almost 1,900 hours. I had a police council meeting on Monday, and everyone in the council shares what they're doing. And I was sharing with them that our community engages with hundreds around the world every day, thousands around the world every week. And I was virtual because our kids were at home, but I could sort of see them roll their eyes. But we have facts about how much effort we're putting in the greatest form towards the greatest good. Verse 42, Etad dhi durlabhataram. Etad hi durlabhataram. To be born in a family where happiness, where peace, where joy is the priority, is rare, is precious. And this message is not for us to judge our parents and our siblings. This message is for us to judge what kind of family are we nurturing. A family culture is decided by the elder generation. Shuka and Vyasa are not deciding the culture of this home. It is Vivek and Sheila. What kind of family are you nurturing? And so potently in Sanskrit, the word Shri, S-H-R-I, it means wealth. But there are two kinds of wealth. If your purpose is outer wealth, resources, then that is going to take you away from Sri Krishna, if that's your purpose. If your purpose is inner wealth, like patience and determination and gentleness and so on, then that will take you closer to Sri Krishna. Verse 43, Tatra tam buddhi samyogam labhate paurvadehikam. Whether you're born in a home of prosperity or a family of purpose, whatever your evolution was, you will continue with that evolution. Details we are fortunate to forget. It is a waste of time to try to go into your past lives. Why is it a waste? Because you'll be missing out on investing in your present life. But the general evolution is not forgotten. Thus, yatate cha tato bhuyaha samsiddhau kuru nandana. I'm fond of this word bhuyaha. In whatever home, whatever family you're born into, strive. Bhuyaha means with bigness. Strive in such a way that you don't have to go through this cycle of body ending and body beginning. In our Upanishad, a consistent and beautiful message is Bhuma eva sukha. Bhuma means bigness, independence. Eva, alone, sukha is joy. So that this is not just poetry. Practically, how can I be a better seeker, a better contemplator? How can I strive in a big way? When you make decisions, and you have to make dozens of decisions a day, let those decisions be based on depth and longevity. When you have to decide what food to eat, let it be based on depth and longevity. How will this help me in a deep and long way? More specifically, depth is, will this help me become happy, peaceful, joyous? And longevity means with less factors, less conditions. In our Upanishad class yesterday, I was openly sharing what a bad father I am. And I shared this because in the collective 8 years that our kids will eventually be alive, by the time of Vyasa's birthday, I have bought our kids one gift. I bought them a drawing book. That's it. But I am completely unperturbed by this fact because I am quite clear that what I'm working towards is providing our children and your grandchildren the fundamental, which means the environment, trees, water, cleanliness. It's so easy to give gifts, toys and treats. That's not based on depth and longevity. It's the opposite. If one fundamentally cares about their evolution and the evolution of a younger generation, make decisions based on depth and longevity. Have you observed that even our fundraising for this year is not even localized to, we want to build this building. We want to buy this building. It is to serve the earth so that there is a building for that to be on, whether you buy it or build it. Verse 44. Purvabhyasena tenaiva hriyate hyavashopi saha jignasur api yogasya shabda brahmati vartate. Purva abhyasena, based on one's previous practice, the evolution in the previous body. Tena eva, because of that effort, then indeed what? Hriyate, one will be born. He avashaha api saha, one will be born irrespective of their wishes. One will be born irrespective of their wants. That's the translation. The implication of this, reincarnation is a law. It is a system. So many of us, suppose we do that which is wrong, we wish not to be caught. So many of us, suppose I indulge a lot with food, but I want to be healthy. Will that happen? I eat poorly, I exercise poorly, but I want to be healthy. Is that possible? All of you are saying yes. Health is subjective. See, it's a law. Exercise and eating, it's a system. Reincarnation is the same way. The application of this, accept others. Everyone is born into that home, into that family based on their evolution. And this evolution cannot be calculated by humans. I can't look at Bamin and Rachna and Ananya and say, Rachna, 92. Bamin, 36. Ananya, -4. I can't do that. Only the facilitator of this law, this system can. And that's someone who's not part of reincarnation. Rather, is part of incarnation. That being Sri Krishna. Evolution is most personal. We have no right, there is no practicality to judge others. And in terms of oneself, adapt. Why were you born? To not be born again. Being born is alpa, smallness. Not being born is bhuma, bigness. There is no other purpose. It is only the Shri inside, not the Shri outside. And if you do this, the last line, Jignasuhu api yogasya, the one who wants to know, who wants to follow yoga, for them, ativartate, they will transcend Shabda Brahma. They will transcend infinity in form. Okay, that's the translation. Hear me out. The purpose of my life is evolution. Through grace, I have been born into a family whose only purpose is peace. And so from a child, I'm living like this. And if I follow through, I will transcend. The lowest meaning of Shabda Brahma is rituals. For those who are more technical and minded, that means karma kanda. I will transcend trying to live well in this world. The higher meaning of Shabda Brahma is Om. Like the Om I have on my hand right now, that's infinity as a sound symbol. For those who are technical minded, that means the jnanakanda. The Veda is only needed. The Veda is only a map for those who want to be joy, need to be joy. And if you are joy, do you need the Veda? Do you need the map? And that's how powerful Sanatana Dharma is. Even our most authoritative scripture knows its place. That this is a means, this is the ends. There's no such, you have to depend on me forever. Intense. Smile. Shanti. 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 Oh. 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 appreciate, relax, enjoy, chant, inquire, observe. Every being is born with a disease, the disease of becoming, bhavaroga. Our whole life, in every moment, every experience, we're striving to become beautiful, become liked, become a professional, become influential. If one is ever becoming, then one can never be. Be who they are. Be their nature. Observing the ego. This is a means, a discipline of pulling back from becoming. Becoming the intellect, mind, breath, body. Becoming articles, beings, circumstances. Observing as a way of poetically slowing down. By slowing down, you see the roses around you. You smell the roses around you. From becoming to observing this pulling back, when steady enough, sincere enough, strong enough, will lead one to being. Observe the ego. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.